Hey guys, good afternoon. Move that over. Okay, I'm gonna share something with you guys. If you guys are watching the replay of this, or if you're watching it on YouTube, just fast forward like 40 seconds because I'm just gonna get the audience built up for a second. All right. Hey guys. Okay, so if you are in a team chat or any of my team chats, if someone could share this, I would appreciate it. But I wanted to go over with you guys what I'm doing every single day to be accountable to myself, to make sure that you know, my work and my efforts are matching what effort is going to need to go in to hit my goal. So the first thing that you need to do is figure out what your goal is. If you're going ruby, emerald, diamond, I know there's so many of you guys pushing for diamond this month. Okay, so you know, what you need to know is what will get you to diamond this month, next month, whenever you go diamond is going to be the work that you do daily, and it starts at the beginning of the month. And what I have found in this business is you find the success in doing the same things over and over and over and over again. It's just like a working machine, like a well-oiled machine. Like you have to, you know, like get the soil ready. You got to put the seeds in. You got to grow the area of where you're planting seeds to get more trees. You got to water the seeds. You got to harvest. And it's just an ever repeating cycle. And that's what this business is all about. And so I wanted to share my list that I'm doing with you, guys. I want to share my list that I'm doing with you guys. And I am writing this out every single day for myself. And it's changing a little bit day by day. But by doing this and by going over what I'm going to show you here, I'm working to get results, not just to say I'm working. So I am no longer messaging 50 people on Host to Post. I am doing things to get results, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm writing down and exactly how I track it, okay? So ignore the drawings on it. I'm like a child, but I have the day every single day. So I have the day May 1st at the top, okay? Then I have the first thing I'm going to cover is story. Okay, so then underneath story, I have Facebook and Instagram, and then I have 10 boxes, and I click each box off as I get 10 stories up throughout the day. Okay, so if one story has 10 slides, that's one story. That's not 10 stories, right? If one story has 5 slides, that's one story. The point is 10 different times throughout the day, I want to be at the top of the Instagram story thing. So as I'm doing that on Facebook and on Instagram, I'm checking it off. So I've done 2 stories today. I'm about to do another one, okay? The next category I have on my daily list is messages. So before I was putting 50 host to post, I'm going to message, but now I message until I get 15 up, okay? So I've so far got 5 host to posts up today. So I don't care how many people I've messaged. I need to get 10 more up, okay? Then I'm saying that I'm going to message 100 on Instagram. Okay, so as you guys can see how I have this out, I just have 15 host to post. I have my boxes so I can check it off. I have Instagram and LinkedIn. So I already messaged 10 earlier. So what I do is I just cross off 100, and I know I have 90 more to do. And so I'm going to do 10 right now. Cross it off, put 80, right? Same with LinkedIn. I'm messaging 50 on LinkedIn. Now, every day I'm growing my network. And again, same thing. I have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. So today on Facebook, I'm going to add 70 people. On Instagram, I'm going to follow 400. I've already followed 100 of those, so I've crossed 400 off and put 300. LinkedIn, I'm going to add 100 people. Posting, okay? So I am physically checking off when I'm posting. So I can go through and know that I can see that I've done this work. At the end of the day, if I don't have anything in my posting thing, that's the problem. LinkedIn is the third one. So LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram are the ones that I'm using. But I'm physically checking it off, because when you actually have to physically check it off, I find sometimes, like, I notice myself like, oh crap, I should have posted earlier, and you're like kind of on yourself, okay? Now, interacting, I'll just write it on here, 5 times 5 minutes, okay? So I interact 5 times a day for 5 minutes on each platform. And as I do that, I check the box off, okay? So So that means I'm going to Facebook. I'm going to go to my new friends list, and just for 5 minutes on a timer, I will do nothing but comment and like on their posts. Same with Instagram. As I do that, I check it off. But, oh, and I also, sorry, I know most people write this more organized than I do, but I'm like a child, like I said. So I also have 30 follow-ups. So I'll show you in a second where I have my follow-ups, where I get these from. And I have my numbers every single day. I write down. So I write down how many LinkedIn connections I have, how many Instagram followers I have, and how many Facebook friends I have. And every single day, that number needs to be going up. And if I can go back and look at the beginning of this book, right, and my number hasn't grown, there's a problem. And that's why maybe, like, that's maybe where we're slacking, right? So when I started this on April 25th, I had 33,790 on Facebook, and now I have 3,853. So I grew by like 60 people, right? So you can see that is that right math? I don't know. Either way, I've grown my network. Like, that's the magic in the business, right? And I've gone up. I was at 12,376 Instagram followers, and now I'm at 12,437. So by physically checking this off and doing the same things every single day, everything is growing. My leads are growing, my potentials are growing, my network is growing, my posts are getting more traction. Like, so anyways, try this, okay? Now, every time I talk to somebody that's interested, I can flip the next page. Yes. And I have my leads. So if I go back previous days, right? Like if I go to, yes, I wouldn't even pre-fill it out. Don't pre-fill it out, because it's going to change. Like, get a notebook, but it's going to change, right? Like today, like yesterday, I had to add on that I had to make like a Zoom heading. Like I needed to make a certain, like, you know, I had to make like a Zoom heading for our Zoom. So I added that on my to-do list because I didn't want it to like slip my mind, right? But it might change. It might vary. Like today, I knew I had a busy day. Like Mike left on a trip, so I knew that, like, you know, I'm realistic with myself. Instead of putting 500 follows, I put 400, just because I knew I didn't want to set myself up to like fail. But I'm making sure I'm being overly consistent with. I mean, massive results come from massive action, right? But yeah. So as I just can go through, I can look back. Like on the 29th, I flip my page. And I have a thing of leads. I'm not going to show you the names, but I have a thing of leads, right? And so when I go to my follow-ups, I can just literally flip through this book. And I put what they're interested, right? So beside every name, I'm putting like what product they're interested in. And so I can now go back and just be like, I have all these people in my book. Okay, so remember that, you guys, the promotions that you are going to happen next month, at the end of this month, it comes from the work that you put in now. And I don't even care if you're sitting at distributor level. You can go at least Emerald by the end of this month if you hustle. Okay, it's about $1,000 a month. Like, that's a good chunk of change. And you have to start the momentum at the beginning of the month. You can't just start it when you realize you're slipping at the end. Okay, so this is something that I'm doing. I think you should try it out. I'll post a picture of my my thing that freaked me out, in the team chat. Okay, bye guys.